Good morning, DJ. It is Tuesday, December 23rd. The time is currently 9:17 a.m. It is a bloody good morning, DJ. Woke up today at I was up at my 7:45 alarm. I actually not gonna lie today. Very happy and pleased with myself. But I didn't get up and moving until about 7:50-ish. All right. Got my morning routine in. All right, just arrived on my desk when I started this. I'll say like 9:16, turning 9:17-ish. All right. As always, my weekly target's 5%. Mental check-in, feeling generally okay. All right, excited to see what price action has in store for us today on this Tuesday of Santa Claus Day, Santa Claus week, I should say. It's really, Jesus week, but hey, modern society, right? Excited to continue to grow and get 1% better in these markets and my model, my procedures, and my protocols. Interesting that, Um, yeah, I'm just looking at the higher time frame on this screen over here. Sorry. Risk disclaimer, I accept any risk that comes with trading today. I understand that trading comes with real risk and that losing is part of the battle. All right. News. We have news today. We have high impact news come out 8:30, delayed, but coming out at 9:15 or 9:15 just passed. 10 o'clock. All right, we have news today. All right, making an optimal day to take a trade. Risk going into today is zero point 0.5, and we have a max of 1.5 on the day. Weekly program going to this week is a buy program. Okay, let's go ahead and review price action overnight to see if anything's happened to change up for us here. I'm the trader. Dollar bill, yeah. All right. Dollars hitting that sell side, all right, into the remainder of this inefficiency, which was my draw on liquidity there. All right, completely filled that in there. All right, should price want to continue lower, all right, we have this sell side into the remainder of this tiny inefficiency and sell side into this inefficiency here. All right, but I want to see how price behaves, in this inefficiency. Potentially it might create another one here that will keep price lower. But this premium array doing its job. T-bonds came back into here, and now we're dropping back lower into these relative equal lows here. 17, 17. These relative equal lows, digging further down into consequent encouragement of this inefficiency is my draw on liquidity for the week there. It wasn't clear in the beginning, all right, that's why I just wasn't really saying much about it, but now I see where it potentially could be heading to. M&Q, all right, we dropped down into a discount, all right. Now we're continuing our rally higher, all right. As always, my draw has been these relative equal highs. First was these two relative equal highs, right, into this inefficiency. We took this high, didn't take this one, created more equal highs, right, in front of the inefficiency. So that's still my draw on liquidity. Oh, we do have this on the daily here. That I want to see keep price higher, okay? To take relative highs into here. So as far as my current understanding of price action goes, all right, nothing's really happened in price to change my weekly program. So electing to stick with it. Did we ever take it? Nope, we never came and took the buy side. And like I said, we was in the sale. We was in the sale. Let's see what this was. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Ah, nice stuff. Nice stuff, man. Nice stuff. Anyway, let's fix this. I need to see it on the daily so I can adjust it, right? Save as. Yeah. Did I say that? As far as my current understanding of price action, nothing's really happened in price to change my weekly program, all right? So sticking with that. Low midnight opens above price, so we gap down. All right, taking daily range to the buy side. That means for the session, all right, is in line with my weekly program. Which is bulls, 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 bulls. Ba, 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 ba. Just shut up off the screen, boy. Wow. Calm your tatas. Yeah. Calm your tatas, PA. Excuse me. Tuesday low of the week. waiting for a retracement and then potentially a continuation. So I had two options, right? You can retrace and then continue, or you can retrace and take liquidity. Not much you can do. Once you understand what it can do, that's how you can track it. Hmm. So that rule for 15-second entry, there must be a 1 minute liquidity rate at key level. Then market structure shift. That rule would just, was watching this trade, would have avoided this loss here. So I think it's might get implemented. Oh my goodness. What are you doing, mate? Any sell here will be a super, super counter trend trade in terms of all aspects. And it would just be like for retracement. Hmm. See this tiny one, I'll watch it. I'll watch that and wait for this one to be taken. Now I'm interested in this low here. just the retracement. The real move we're looking for is buys. It's a counter trend trade. I kind of got something down in terms of my how I want to manage my trades, like stop loss management and obviously money management, where I wanted to be taking money in terms of pro trend trades and counter trend trades. Stop loss management will be the same for both pro trend trades and counter trend trades. For now, we'll keep it the same. I have -1, we move to 0.75. So it wouldn't be touching the stop here until the positive standard deviations. -2, we move to 50, and -3, we go to 0, break even. I'll keep it like that for now, all right, as we collect the data, and 1 minute setup forming here as well. And then we'll see how what the data says. But from what I've seen is solid for now. Anyway, now you move into supposed to be at, well, initially at the wing swing. Now we'll be at 75. And for partially on counter trend trades, 50% will be coming off at -1. By -2, we'll have 80% of the trade off. By -3, 90% of the trade off, and one more, I guess, for -4 if it gives it to us. That's if we have enough contracts, right? And we're able to partial. But majority of the trade will be coming off, half of the trade will be coming off at -1. So we'll have half of the trade off here already, and stop would be at 75. So the stop at 75 still would be in there. With 50% of the trade already off. Let's see how many contracts this would have let you enter. 15, oh, 13. Decent amount. Let's say 14. Half 14, 7 will be off here already. And stop would be here. Franking Kitty, stop would be there. Submit, just submit to the process. 100%. You can't go half-heartedly in this process. You have to 100% submit to the process. Ugh. The half deviations, I'm still debating. I mean, I have up to, right? Up to 1 to take 50 off. So at 0.5, I can kind of take, maybe if I want 25% off, and then the rest off at -1. I can do that, right? So I can kind of just split between the next half and that, if it makes sense. At -2, 80% of the trade will be off, and we will be at 50 in terms of stop loss here. But the trade we're looking for today, right here, is a buy. This will be a CT trade. Doesn't mean we can't get in those. All right, we just have to manage them accordingly. Now, I don't know if I'm going to keep the stop loss management the same for both, but for now, they're the same for both. Because I don't want to, you know, throw any trade too tight, even if it's a counter trend trade. I would just be more focused on the partialing, right? And less about the stop loss. -3 will be at break even now, and 90% of the trade comes off here. Well, at this point, we'll have 90% off the trade, and we'll just have one more partial to see if we give us -4, and then we'll be done on that trade. I'm about to move it up, but I still need this. So, be 30 in it. To the next two cap 15, so you can come to move quick. This fair value gap here is crucial in terms of if I'm on side or offside. You know, we close the bot right next to candles. I want to see price move away quickly from this fair value gap. And then this one, yep, boom. Characteristics that I'm on side, right? Ding, 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 nah. Let's get the low first, because that'll be tough too. It was right at that weekly, old weekly high. It's gonna be support. Oh, it's right here. Oh, if he gives it to us, it doesn't, we don't care about that trade no more. We're on to the next. On to the next. On to the pro trend trade. We're actually here to trade. You know what I mean? But that doesn't mean that if the market offers you $100, you don't pick it up. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm trying to train myself to see those $100 and pick them up as along the journey, you know? Office of the president. What do you want? I have to pay you. Bloody hell. All right. I'm alert here. I'm alert. I'm alert because I could potentially get a sub. So let's be prepared for that. Let's on guard. Stay on guard. Is it going to give us -4 somewhere here? If it gives it great, that would be the terminus on this trade here. Obviously, we'll always be one before. There we go. Give it to us. Thank you. Counter trend trade, and we go all partials. See, never know, man. You never know. And that would be it for my morning right there. Don't need to get a pro trend trade, but hey, we here, DJ. We here, we active. End it right now, 44 minutes into DJ. And that will be the goal, right? Not to be here all day, you know? Maybe if the morning session is too good, then night session, PM session will be scrapped. I never told me to show. Now we're in discount, right? You can either retrace here and then continue, or it can continue lower and take open range. I'm the mean open range, stealing range, sell side. All right, slapping that. We had the partial, but we ain't there yet. When we get there, we'll obviously have one running, see what else it can give us, but nothing really, you know, not fast on that. Brr, so this will need one more. Take it to 30. So 11 until then. After that, I don't care about it. I was wondering why it was showing up here. Did take a 1 minute low here. Okay. So I just need a market structure shift on 15 seconds to engage. Give me a minute, 15 seconds. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'll leave it here, but I'll watch this as well. Yep. I'll be interested in that, bad boy. Now it's a pro-trend trade. Okay, so stop loss management remains the same. It's just the money aspect of it is what changes. And we'll talk through that if and when we get to those levels. Let's delete that. It's also 1 minute as well. We don't get to those levels, though, no, there'll be no need to talk about it, all right? For pro-trend trades, right? We'll just talk through it. -1, 30% off the trade off. -2, another 30% off. Negative, so then at -2 would have 60% of the trade done already. -3, what's that? 60, 80% of the trade will be off by -3. And then we have 20% left to partial in terms of we'll take one off at 4 and then one off at 5 if it gives it to us, right? Or we can let it run. But for now, this is the blueprint. So -1 would have been hit for me there, all right, because I would be getting out -1. Right here. Yep, 70, 50 right here. So 30% of the trade would be off, and my stop moves to 75 will be here. Twelve. So let's say about 3 off. Half of that is what? Half of 12 is 6. Yeah, about 3 of here. And stop would be here now. See if it comes and takes us out. I can't see what the value is, but I believe it's 8 something. 6, 3 something. It's right here. Anyway, we'll begin taking out that. We begin taking out. You would be out of it. Nothing wrong with that. At least he gave you a little something and he gave you the opportunity to reduce risk a little bit, you know? But it smashed your ass out of it, so you ain't getting in here now. I'm not ready to go up. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. She wasn't ready. I'm watching this here. This market structure shift here. What's the low here? 630. 630, same low. We do take this low here though. Take 1 minute low here. Market structure shift here. So watching this tiny, tiny, tiny movement here. See? It's tiny, but it might puck a big and hack a big punch, you know? For 1 minute. All right, this is the structure shift we're looking for. See? Packing a big punch so far. Let's not speak too soon though, right? Let's just watch the candlestick print. So let's not get ahead of ourselves, my guy. Chill. Then it might be small, but it's a good punch. terms of partial, and that would have been like done already. -1, 75, heading to -2, 30% off the trade here. All right, another 30% off, and we're moving stop to 50%. And we've potentially got a 1-minute entry here as well. Since it's a pro trend trade, we can also I also would be interested in the 1-minute entry, okay, if I'm not already in it in the seconds. Counter trend trades, I'm only interested really in the 15 seconds because I'm not in it for the long run, right? So, I mean, if the distance makes sense, like from here to here, and does it make really sense? If the yeah, it's a bread and butter setup here to there, that's fair. But like if the distance from here was like to here or to this one here, then it obviously doesn't make sense. Doesn't make any sort of sense. Look at that. The hideout. Beverly League of those great. Came and breakaway left to open. That shows that is a strong sign to see in a trade when you're in the trade and you see this. Yeah. That's like, yeah. Yeah. You on side, my guy. Let's go. We're about to take off. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Do it. Do it now. Lick it. Suck this pussy just like you should, man. My bad. My bad. My. Taking that, so technically you should be go to 30 and contract size in this one must have been like a mad thing by 17. Okay. 17, half of that, 10, let's say 14, 13. So 7 probably off here. That would be the hardest part, doing the math of how much I'm going to be taking off. 7 off here, then another 7 off here. All right, will be your 7 plus 7, we're at 14. Then we have what? 3 left. All right. Take 2 off here. That's all that makes sense. Maybe 6 and 6 makes 12. Right? It gives us 5 left. Yep. Then 3 off here. Yep. And then 1, 1. Yeah. Yeah, that's how you would do that. Yeah. Also, another reason to take counter trend trades is that I could be wrong on my weekly program, right? There's nothing saying that I'm not wrong on my weekly program. Just because I say it's going to be a buy program, don't mean it's going to be a buy program, right? I could be wrong. So it just covers my basis, right? Being able to trade both directions, but still obviously understanding your perspective of where you think price is drawing to, right? I like that we left a portion of this inefficiency open here. Okay. They didn't completely fill it in. -3 would have been smashed for me here because that would be 6. Yep, right there. So stop loss will go to break even here on this trade, and 60 and 80% of the trade would be off already. And we have 10 here and 10 here if he gives it to us. I would stop caring about this trade now. Okay. On to the next setup. All right. And we're buying below. Is it all opens? Yeah, all opens. Midnight open, 8:30 open, 9:30 open. Yeah. And we sold above all that too. Got 2 minutos. That would be my morning session done, by the way. If it wasn't done by that counter trend trade, it will definitely be done with this pro trend trade. Oh, yeah, there is a low in front of it. Characteristics of being on site in this trade is one, two, three, maybe. Let's see. This on two, and then three, this failed. Three PD arrays need to fail, right? That's what ICT said. Three PD arrays need to fail, and then it's like, yeah, I'm not liking this trade no more. I'm not on side after three PD arrays fail. But which PD array, right? That's always been the question for me. Which PD array is he talking about that needs to fail? What for me, right? What I'm thinking is whatever's below the market structure shift, those PD arrays. So this would be one, this would be two, this would be three. I don't know. I'll collect data on that and see, right? But for me, that's what I think, right? That's what resonates well, easy for me to identify. Because if not, because any of these are like, what are PD arrays? No, I don't know. Yeah, there was a low here as well. Bing, bang, biggity, bosh, because it's still relevant for two blocks, right? And here we come in here, and we don't take a low, so nothing there. We take a low here. Let's identify. On 1 minute, 15 seconds, we come up, take this buy side here. Potentially that could be a re-entry. You're already in this trade, and this is a re-entry opportunity. I want to see this failed. It can fail, all right, but I would prefer not to see it completely fail. This will be relevant to 11. And after that, I don't care about it. Bless me. It was very hard to see that low because this nested right on top of previous week's high. But would you need to be getting into all these trades? Probably not, but hey, it depends on who you are and your tolerance, right? But for me, I think after that CT and probably this pro trend trade that we've already done, I would be done. But if you wanted to keep going, right? Obviously, I'm trying to show you the opportunities as I build my own experience, right? And gain confidence. Check my email in a minute, innit? -1, 30% off the trade, stop to 75. Might color coordinate these to match these. All right, so it makes it easier. I don't have to, but yeah, I will. Just so we know what the hell's going on. So when we get to that level, all right, we know we're adjusting the stock to the same color. Characteristics that I'm on side like that. Okay, taking this buy side here, so it's still relevant to me until 11. Then we not care about it. That's -1 on the 1 minute there. All right. Stop on the 1 minute will be at 75. 30% of the trade will be coming off. For the 15 seconds, -2. Stop will be going to 50% and another 30% will be coming off. Thanks for the template, huh? Appreciate that. Oh, snap. Crackle and pop. 11:15 is what until. Also a re-entry here on the 1 minute as well. Take your pick, however you want it. It gave it to you. If you just didn't see it, then you need to submit to the process. Go back to the beginning. Me, I just wait for -3. What's the number? 730, so we're looking at 729. What's the high of this? 729, just right at it. I'm not sure if it would have took me out. I need plausible deniability, and I don't have that with this right now. So it hasn't been hit yet. Me not have that yet. We'll stay and see buy side get here on the dealing range. Now we have it, plausible deniability, -3, stop goes to break even, and 20% of the trade here, and at this point we'll have 80% of the trade done. I just spell Hanukkah. Oh my God. Hanukkah. There we go. Because I don't know if she's Jewish, you know. All right, DJ. Let's do a trade performance review and here for the morning. Brilliant, brilliant stuff today. I know you can tell the difference, right? In my model, my procedures, my protocols, in my demeanor in terms of price action. What I'm looking at now is completely different to what I was looking at like a month ago. It's crazy. In just like a few weeks or so, right? What I'm looking at completely different. We'll draw these out and then we'll be done here on the morning. This is a good spot to end it right here. While we wait to see if dealing range buy side gets hit. It's a perfect spot to end it right here. Yeah. Um, 11:30. That's when it starts being relevant. So we'll push it to there. Get your camera out. This is when ICT will be like, boom. Stop it. It's just a random. You put the boom. It's just random. I just got lucky, right? Yeah. I see it now. I get it. I get it. I get it. ICT. I get it. But let's do a trade performance review. Let's do a trade performance review. Solid stuff here in the morning session here. This was a model day, model session. Took a lot from this, actually, just kind of confirmed exactly what I'm looking for in price. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. What I did well, draw is here. Let's do something corny. Let's do something corny. Let's do something real corny. Hell yeah. Let's get something else. Finish line. Finish line. It's not the finish line, but still. That is the draw. All right, DJ. What I did well today, all right, is I showed up, all right, powerfully at that, right? Got 1% better. Let me not sink in all of these bad boys. It's just looking ugly. Current interval and below. And that one can stay on here. No, 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 no. Got 1% better, gained experience. I don't know if I said already. Gained experience, learn lessons that I'll take into my next session, next trading day. All right, very happy and pleased with my performance today. Today's kind of just solidified, my model, my procedures, my three-step process, what I'm looking for in price. This was exactly it. Like this is take a mental note. But yeah. Where I fell short? Today is good, because I ain't even fall short on wake up time today, DJ. Let's big ourselves up, big up on that, big up on that. I ain't fall short on wake up time. Chart wise, nowhere can fall short if you're just watching the candlestick print and trying to get a better understanding of your model, your procedures and protocols, right? What you're looking for in price, what you need to see once you're in a trade, right? What you don't want to be seeing in a trade. All right, so I'm getting more experience in terms of that side of things, and collecting the data and adjusting as I need to, right? Right now, we're pretty much focused on the management, or in terms of stop loss management, if it makes sense, right? And money management in terms of where we're partially in terms of counter trend trades or pro trend trades. So yeah, that's our next phase. But other than that, I think we got a solid foundation down. All right. Obviously the data will let us know whether we need to adjust or not. But for now, I think where what I have down is good to follow for now. Okay. Yeah. How can improve for next day, next trade? All in that to say, I didn't fall short anyway, really and truly. How can improve for next day, next trading session is just keep showing up, right? That's what has got me to where I'm at right now. Just having the tenacity, the discipline, and the perseverance to keep showing up, even when I felt like I wasn't getting anywhere or like I was trading and taking losses, right? Even though I shouldn't have been trading. I was trading and taking losses and like in front of these charts, feeling like, oh, I still haven't got a grasp of what I'm looking for, what my model, my procedures and protocols are. I kept showing up regardless of all of that. And that's what got me to the point where I'm at right now. So keep showing up, keep seeking excellence in everything that you do. All right. That's it. Just seek excellence. You're not going to be perfect, but you can, aim to be excellent, is what I'm trying to say. Um, don't let short-term adversity, right, deviate from what we're going on. Like what I just talked about. If I didn't, if I let the losses and the not seeing my model, not being able to find myself in these charts, if I let it stop me, right, I wouldn't be where I am today. So I'm gonna continue those things that got me to the point where I am, obviously, and I'm gonna add to it, but don't forget the foundation, right? But yeah. It's been an incredible journey, DJ, and it was only possible. It was only made possible for me when I completely, wholeheartedly, 110% submitted to the process, right? And just stopped putting pressure on myself, stopped caring about everything else, and just really just me and the candlesticks and the storyline that's trying to tell me, right? What am I looking for? Don't worry about, being in the trade, trading, or trying to make money. Just what are you looking for? Where is the draw on liquidity? Where is price now? And where has it come from? And where can it potentially head to next, right? And that's what when we're in front of the charts, that's what we're trying to answer each and every time we're in front of the markets. So yeah, it wasn't only till I submitted to that 100%. That's when I started to obviously see my model inside of these things here. You know what I'm saying? Well, it doesn't have to hit it, right? I always want to be getting out before. Not that that's a draw on liquidity. It's not my target. It's a draw. Really, if you want to talk about targets, I'll be initially aiming for previous daily high, but my target is really 20 days high right now. Oh, 20-day needs to adjust. Good thing I brought that up. 20-day needs to adjust. It's no longer that. It's this low. The high stays is now the low adjusts. Did it change anything on this lower time frame here? Not really. It moved, yeah, it did move the upper quadrant here. Let me edit it to what it was before, right, yesterday. No, it stayed the same. Yeah, it disappears, right? This was it yesterday, 20-day here. Ah, I need to be aware of that in the morning session. If it needs to adjust, I need to adjust it, right? Because it would have given me a premium array, right, above price. Not that it makes a difference for me anyway. So yeah, I need to add that on the in the routine when I'm adjust 20-day, not just 20-day. Let's put adjust ranges, which include 20-day, previous week, previous month, previous day. I need to adjust it as I come from in the markets there. But yeah, well, I caught it, so that's good. Um, but yeah, solid stuff here for me. This could be a potential. It could be saving it, right, for later down, in the sessions. It could be lunch, could be saving it for PM session. But for right now, I would be interested in a sell here. Then we've taken a low. It's a counter trend trade, all right? So you treat it accordingly. But I would definitely be interested. No, 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 that's not what I'm looking for. That's not what I'm looking for. We'll see what, what this gives us when we come back for PM session, if it gives us anything. But if it is a trade that meets our criteria that I would be interested in. All right, so and it's a counter trend trade, so let's be aware of that. All right. The probability is stacked against me on this trade here. But DJ, we don't have any news per se going into the PM session. But okay, we've had news today. All right, still makes it an optimal day to take a trade. So until PM session, all right. You know what it is, what it is, what it isn't. I'm the trader here, signing out. Good luck, good trading, happy hunting.